boy, I know that we could be more than just friends, but you're scared. Boy, I know that we could be more than just friends, but you're scared. Boy, I know that we could be more than just friends, but you're scared. Boy, I know that we could be more than just friends, but you're scared. Boy, I know.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Predator News Now. Wow. Can we just start off by saying the past 24 hours, Brian Laundrie's freaking body may have possibly been found.
Insane.
Wow. It's been crazy. What do you think? Do you think it's his body?
Honestly, I'm kind of like sketched out how they didn't even say anything about it.
Yeah.
They said there's some diary, maybe.
Yeah, there's
I don't
a
know.
diary.
It's a lot of weird stuff going on with that case.
Yeah, it's definitely weird. Hopefully the diary contains all of everything that everyone wants to know.
And I think we'll find out soon enough.
Soon enough. Who do we have in chat?
We got Colorado Ped Patrol, Dream Floral, Venomous, Laura, RNM, Gob, Hills, Tristan, Chaos, CH, Doobie, Rhonda, Jilly, Haley. What's up, everybody?
Hey, what's up? We got Dream Floral in the house. Everyone go check out White Guy Wednesday after this episode.
Yeah.
I heard they have a special guest on, so definitely go check that out.
That'll be interesting. Anyways, yeah, crazy stuff, huh?
Definitely crazy stuff, but we have a lot of really crazy updates today. And you guys, I found a freaking gold mine in this community. I found a new catcher that I am so excited about. I almost want to invest money into them. So we're going to share them with you today. And if any of you guys know them, I'll be shocked because they're brand new.
Brand new. You know, we always are searching for new channels so we can keep you guys up to date.
Absolutely. And we have our giveaway winners being announced today. So thank you so much to everyone who left so many comments. I was expecting them just to drop the name of the catcher or whatever, but people were leaving full paragraphs. I went through, I read them all. You guys are amazing.
Yeah, it seemed like the overall consensus for best catch of the weekend was the garage pred.
It was honestly, I'm kind of torn between three different ones. I'm all tongue tied. I'm torn between three, but I think they were all incredible.
They were all really, really good. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into it.
Let's dive in.
We're gonna start by seeing who reached those marks, those thousands.
Let's go.
By the way, warning.
Oh, yeah, you guys. So today we're going to be showing a semi-graphic, really graphic video. So if you have children in the room or...
Yeah, you might want to take them away for that one.
It's pretty heavy. So we'll give a warning before it happens in case you want to exit out.
Yeah. So the first one we got here is PCM coming in at 3,000. Finally hit that 3,000 mark.
I'm actually so happy for them. They're one of my all-time favorites. Not only do they kill the decoy work, but we'll talk about Shonda later, but her interviews have gotten so good. I'm so proud of her.
Yeah, and they were at $29.90, so I put in the PNN server Discord to everyone go, let's pump it to 3,000 so we could at least shout them out. And we did that. So shout out to PCM doing big things. And another one from their same kind of world is PCI hit 14,000.
Nice.
It's cool that they both kind of hit the milestone together.
Yes. I want them to both be equal.
Right. We need to get PCM up to 14,000.
We need to get another 10,000. Everyone go sub.
Yeah. The next one we got, this is becoming kind of a quick, fast grower. Your boy JDQ at 19,500.
Yes.
Just last time, I think he hit the 18,000 mark. I think it was just like last episode. So
No, yeah, he's killing it.
And then none other, our last one is Colorado Ped Patrol with 46,000.
Whoa.
I think that was like the largest jump too. It was like 2,000 in 48 hours. 2,200.
Very well deserved.
Crazy. So shout out to all you guys for doing big things for the community.
Big things.
And then we wanted to jump right in with the giveaway. So if you didn't leave a comment on our last video, I feel bad for you because there are 2 winners for tonight's giveaway. And all you had to do was leave a comment on our video.
That's all you had to do. So when we pick these winners is what we're going to do is we're going to have you either hit me up on Venmo or no. I'm going to hit you up on Venmo. No, hit me up on Discord or
email.
Yeah, our email's in the bio.
Yeah,
and we'll get that to you by 7:30.
Yeah, after the show. It's what, prednewsnow@gmail.com.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and get these picks up. Here's the it's loading up. We have 38 unique comments, and we're gonna just run this twice to see who wins.
Let's get it. Oh, I'm nervous.
Hills.
Aww.
Okay, so she said tried, but I couldn't pick just one. They were all amazing. Round of applause to all the catchers.
Oh, honestly, perfect. Hills, hit me up for your $50.
And then our next winner. Let's see, who's it gonna be?
Let's go.
Here we go.
Hey,
925 Pred catch.
Okay. All right, guys. So just hit us up, and hopefully, I really hope that you guys re-put it back into the community. But also, if you want to go buy a nice ass dinner, do that as well.
Yeah. Shout out to both of you guys for commenting. And he said to watch his new catch, so I can't be mad at that. And we will watch it, sir.
Oh, we will.
Let's get into the next thing. Thank you for playing.
Go. Yeah, thank you for playing.
This is kind of exciting for us. We started a website, and we just wanted to kind of document everything on the website. So if you go to predatornewsnow.com, you will see our website here. Here's the front page.
Yep.
You can find all the episodes as well that we post on the website.
It's pretty much like a database for in case our channel ever get nukes, which of course it won't, but it's definitely super cool. It's there. All of our contact information is on there.
Yeah, you can join the YouTube directly from here, and you can also join the Discord, which is cool because everyone's, always asking for Discord links, and you got to re-get it every now and then. So that one is good for quite a while.
You know how you can see things evolve over time?
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited to see in a year from now this website evolve into something way more than this, but this is definitely a start, and I'm really excited.
You
Good
mean
job.
when we find someone that would help us make it
Yeah,
doper?
AKA if someone wants $200, build our website.
Yeah. I mean, this is just a start. It's just something to get out there, and we also have a couple other domains that we'll be using, so keep a lookout for those. The next thing we got here is an update from PPF. We haven't really heard from her in a minute.
We have not heard from her in so long, but she's doing well.
Yeah, she posted, remember the pred who fled after hitting Nick with his truck and taking the fence down at Walmart? Nick and I are on our way to court right now for his trial, going live once they begin. Wish us luck. He is being charged for hit and run and property damage. But yeah, not being a pedophile. So
wow. And I'm just so happy Nick is okay. That could have been so much worse.
Oh, yeah. So shout out to them. And then also Hope's birthday is on November 1st. So everyone make sure to go wish her a happy birthday. Hopefully, they did say they're going to be coming back really soon. They have plans to get back in the game. So
hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
We love you, Hope.
Moving on to Justin Payne. He's currently first in the dad bod competition, but we encourage you guys to all go show some love and vote for him.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing the next cut for the round, I think tonight at 7 p.m., and they'll cut anyone that's not first in their category, I guess. Okay. So he's currently number 1, but if we can keep him there, he did say he's going to donate all of the money that he wins to a charity. So I thought that was cool.
Love it.
Next thing we got here is an update from Pennsylvania predator hunters, and they're kind of new to me. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't really know a lot of the catchers on the Facebook side of things, just because I'm not really on Facebook that much. But he did say that he was going to get back into it. He kind of took a break from COVID, I think, and he's going to get back on the hunt, essentially. But if you are on Facebook, make sure to go show him some love. He has 84,000 likes.
That's what
people
I'm
follow.
saying.
84,000.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of these catchers are massive on Facebook. So we always say everyone has a Facebook. Go follow these catchers because you'll see a lot of like unreleased content behind the scenes, and it's just good to show support on all platforms.
And I'm almost positive when I was looking at this earlier, he did have a catch that was posted like yesterday or a day before. So if you guys have Facebook, go show him some love and tell him to start a YouTube channel so we can follow him there.
Yes.
Leave some comments on his page there.
Yes.
Then the next one we got here. So Georgia Ped Patrol, they started a while ago.
I remember that.
And they have one catch here. It's catch number 1. It was posted 2 months ago. And I have it set up for our Discord to get all of the notifications from all of the different catchers. And Georgia Accountability Patrol popped up, and I was like, who is this? I'm like, this isn't a catcher. Like, how did this guy get on the list? Well, it turns out, I talked to him. I said, hey, are you done doing, the predator catching? And he said, no, I just moved over to doing audits.
Okay.
And you know how I've always said it'd be nice to see like a crossover between the auditors and the predator catching community? Well, he's actually said that that's what he's aiming to do. And that we will get some of that content soon.
Yeah, pretty much every catch that we watch, all of the people in the audience are like, start like a First Amendment audit on this cop. So that's super cool. Definitely go check it out if you're not already subscribed.
Yeah, just Georgia Accountability Patrol. Yeah, I think that'll be really interesting to see how like an auditor kind of takes on predator catching, because a lot of the catchers are, I wouldn't say afraid, but they don't want to film the police.
Right. Well, because a lot of the times they're trying to not win the police over, but they don't want to cross them in any way because it could result in them saying F off and letting the predator go. So it's definitely really cool crossover there, and I'll be watching.
Same. Next thing we got here, Alex was doing, still live actually. It was the Alabama catch. And it was interesting because I clicked on it and he's laying on the bed in a hotel, and I was like, I thought maybe he just like got the hotel and was just chilling out. Well, the pred was in the room.
No, same. I was watching like the last 45 minutes and I was actually really confused because at first I was like, okay, I thought that he went to Alabama alone. Who is this guy? And then the guy was like cutting up, or I don't know, because I don't really mess with that at all. But I think he was like cutting up heroin or meth or something. He was doing something with some kind of drug. And I was like, okay, clearly this is not Alex's friend. And I realized like, oh shit, like he's in the middle of a catch right now.
Yeah, I didn't get to catch the end because we were starting this the show, but I know the cops were called, and I hope that they arrested this guy. This guy was sick.
And it's funny, the guy even commented and he was like, look, are you guys about to have a SWAT team bust through my door? And Alex was like, no, of course not. The guy was just so paranoid. And he even asked Alex, he was like, look, if you're doing some kind of documentary or something, you can let me know. And like, I'm willing just to talk with you. And Alex is like, no, we're not doing a documentary.
Yeah, the banter between the pred and Alex was interesting. They were they were like just chilling, just talking. And you know how Alex is, he likes to just kind of mess with them, and it was funny.
It was definitely funny.
Yeah, hopefully that results in an arrest. I'm sure we'll find out soon. Next thing we got here is PPMASS. He's actually going to a concert tonight, getting a well-deserved break from this crazy world of pred catching. But I did want to say on October 28th, he's going, I guess, a part of the grand jury, or going in front of the grand jury to decide whether one of his catches is going to be prosecuted. And that's on October 28th. And he joked, he said, like, someone said, you missed your court date. And he said, no, it's
I'm
October
telling you,
28th.
PPMASS is always in court with these pedophiles. Like, he
Right.
follows up on these so well, and definitely props to him. I feel like he's in court like 3 to 4 times a month.
Yeah, he is.
But they
dedication's real.
always end up taking a plea deal, so it always
Mhm.
works out well. He's getting it done.
Yeah. So he deserves that concert, and it's one of his boys from back in the day, and he's like made it kind of big, so that's kind of cool. The next thing we got here, some big news, guys. Huge news.
Huge.
This was coming from MUSA.
This is, I'm so happy and proud of him. Although also, I just wanted to say, going back when we add our bios, I clearly have to listen to myself, and I never realized how much I say so. So I am trying to cut that out because it's got to go.
You say it so much.
It's got to go.
But yeah, so over the last, I think it was yesterday, there was some arrests made from MUSA's catches. 9 arrests, you guys.
9.
Unbelievable. I think that might be the biggest, like the most amount of arrests from one
It was
one
literally
day.
a huge bust. I want to talk about this more after you play the clip.
Yeah, let's watch this. This is insane. And we have an ad.
Oh, love that.
But
here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Come after the men were confronted by a man calling himself the Luzerne County predator catcher. It's our top story on Newswatch 16 at 5. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm John Meyer.
And I'm Lisa Washington. Police in part of Luzerne County are in the middle of making 9 arrests and what they are calling a roundup of child predators.
While police are making today's arrest, the cases started with a man working to bust child predators on his own. And one of those arrested is a former school district administrator. Newswatch 16's Chelsea Strube is live outside our Wyoming Valley newsroom. Chelsea.
That's right. Good evening, John and Lisa. Yes, several arrests today of men from our area and as far away as Lebanon County. And it all started after the self-proclaimed Luzerne County predator catcher MUSA Harris turned over evidence to detectives at the Kingston Police Department, who then turned that evidence into arrest warrants. All day in Kingston, members of the police department were bringing in alleged child predators to the station to face charges in what investigators are calling a roundup of child predators.
Depends, with the nine different people, it's fairly consistent, but attempted unlawful contact with minors is the primary charge that we have brought.
So we reviewed numerous cases, and the cases that we have brought to the table today were our cases that we knew were great cases, solid cases, and we were going to be able to prosecute these individuals.
6 of the 9 men police are after have been arrested or are in custody, including George Fies Jr., Christopher Santo, Michael Hollier, Zachary Mitchell, Sean Lewandowski, and John Davenport. Police are still working to take Christopher Mazzino, William Lewis, as well as one other they are not identifying, into custody at this time. Mazzino was a Valley View School District administrator who resigned after a video of him surfaced accusing him of attempting to meet up with someone he thought was a 15-year-old boy. While these arrests were brought about by the work of detectives and the Special Victims Unit here in Kingston, investigators tell Newswatch 16 some evidence in all of these cases was brought to their attention by MUSA Harris, the self-proclaimed Luzerne County predator catcher, who poses as underage people online and meets up with others hoping to expose them.
Once Detective Gibson got the case, he would then review and he would have to do his own investigation in order to make sure that the case was solid and that we could make an arrest and prosecute the arrest.
Police do not encourage Harris or anyone else to do what he does online.
We'd ask that other people not endeavor to make these things public, make this kind of contact. If you have any information about child predators, please contact your local police. We'll get involved right away and we'll do what we can to make sure that that stops immediately.
Harris tells Newswatch 16 he understands why.
Absolutely. It's very dangerous. Yeah, it's very dangerous.
But Harris says seeing the men arrested does provide him with a sense of gratification.
Like, it feels like my work don't go on in vain. And it's something that's going on with it.
So yeah, guys, 9 arrests. I just want to give a round of applause.
Yes. Our live studio audience.
Yes. And it just kind of goes to show that even if you don't get an arrest right away, it's always good to document and to turn this information into police.
Yes, I was just about to say that. Even though he doesn't get arrests on site all the time, he never fails to call the police, and this just paid off so big. And if you heard the lead detective or whatever, he said, we don't recommend anyone else go out and do this.
Others, yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't say MUSA. So I think that they're definitely starting to respect him.
Yeah,
and
100%.
I'm so proud of him.
Yeah, that's like, if you sold cars or something and you got 9 sales in a day, I mean, that's incredible. That's crazy. That's what everyone wants. This is like the goal for all of the catchers, really.
Right. And it really shows that these police departments are not just kind of writing a report and throwing it in the trash after.
Right.
Like, they are holding on to all of it and doing a background investigation. And this was totally justice served.
It's crazy. So shout out to MUSA on this one. And then I also found, related to this, which I thought was pretty cool, this attorney in the area said, he put out like a little statement. Attorney Peter Paul weighs in on the Luzerne County predator catcher. And what's notable from this article or this post that he made, he said, without doing any research, I think it's perfectly legal. Again, he's a witness to a potential crime. That's what he is. He's nothing more. He's nothing less. That's what he pointed out. And he said that every case is different. At the end of the day, again, if prosecutors are convinced that somebody indeed committed the crime and this gentleman gives you the evidence of that, then take a shot.
And let me tell you what, they were convinced.
Yeah. So, I mean, if MUSA, you're watching, you might want to get in touch with this guy. He seems like he's on your side, and it'd be good to have someone in your back pocket like this attorney.
That's incredible.
And then he also posted a little video, a little behind the scenes, if you guys saw this, of him doing the interview with that lady. So we thought that was kind of funny.
He was super hyped, and it's so well deserved. Honestly, I think that this is like one of the first major news stories that we've seen nine, and it's all thanks to MUSA. So definitely purple hearts for him.
Yep. And then, so shout out to MUSA. The next thing we got here is coming from CC Unit, and this was kind of a different story for us. We don't really cover this type of thing, but I guess there's some case in California.
A really big case.
Huge case. Husband Larry arrested for murder 9 months after California mom vanished, and a SWAT team raided his house.
So, yeah, do you want to play the video, or do you want to just go on to what we saw?
We can play it here.
Just so you guys get a little bit of background.
Is there sound?
Sorry. Okay. There's no news story. Anyways, this guy ended up basically being like a psycho husband, and the wife actually said she warned friends and family in months leading up to her disappearance, if anything happens to me, it was Larry. So the other day I'm on YouTube and CC Unit says going live to an arrest or something, and I was like, what? So he actually went to this guy's house as a bystander, not obviously like going too close, on the day that they arrested him, and he got footage of it. So I just thought it was super cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
I mean, even though it's not predator related, I think it's cool.
Well, I think a lot of us in chat and in this community are also really big into crime
100%.
Stories and stuff. I know I've talked to a lot of you about that. So yeah, it's cool to see this little crossover with CC Unit going over and seeing this SWAT raid happen.
Right, yeah.
I mean, that's something I would want to go watch.
100%.
So thank you,
I
Ghost.
enjoyed it.
And he posted a video. It's actually still up.
I'm surprised it's still up.
Yes, if you want to see it, he does play some of the behind the scenes kind of thing from that. And then also from CC Unit, he dropped apparel. He has a merch store. We'll link that in our description. But he has some cool stuff. If you guys, whoever won that Hills, if you're watching, you can buy yourself a t-shirt.
Honestly, super dope merch. I love that. And even better, he has face masks.
Yeah, so if you want a face mask, if you're in California, you probably want one. So go grab that. But yeah, he has some cool merch. We wanted to share the store for you guys. Because things like this kind of go missed, I'd feel like, because you'd have to watch his update
video,
videos,
right,
which normally are taken down, I think after.
Right.
Or
And let's be real, even though I spend like 2 hours doing our bio, I know nobody actually like goes and looks through a bio. So this type of thing does get missed. So definitely go support. I'm definitely going to get one of those shirts. That's tight.
Yeah, and he has the long sleeves. I wish they had the hand shirt on a long sleeve. I need that.
He'll
on
probably
a long.
make that happen.
Yeah, so if you're listening, can you please make the long sleeve version? The next thing we got here, we're going to talk about this a little later, I think. PCI, though, they had a really, really good catch today.
They had a great catch. And yesterday they did the phone call to this guy. And let me tell you what, you guys, this guy was so sick. And he has a kid. I believe his kid is like 7 or 12. I don't know. We'll talk about this later, but justice was served today. Not fully, but he was exposed.
He was exposed. And I think that pretty much wraps it up. Oh, no, wait. Actually, no, we have Panda. I wanted to talk about this really quick. Panda, we talked about him on our last show. He's another Facebook group that's really, really big. Panda Patrol Carolinas, Parents Against Not Doing Anything. He was in our Discord, and he shared a story that he was a part of, and it's how Myrtle Beach groups attempt to expose child predators helped feds in sex case. And basically it goes on to say that his group caught this guy who was being investigated by the department there, and he had shared a picture of this girl on, I think, one of the comments in one of the videos of the guy who he caught, and someone had given that information. The victim's mother actually said, hey, this video shows the guy.
Right.
And so I think he said the Homeland Security met up with him one night in like a parking lot and wanted all of his evidence. And he gave it over to him, and they identified the guy that was in their investigation.
No way.
Yeah, in being his predator that he caught.
Right.
So, yeah, it was just a really, really crazy, like, kind of way that this happened.
And it just shows, like, the power of the internet, you know?
Yeah.
We also just heard Tommy say that one of his most recent catches, someone randomly reached out to him and said, oh, my God, my daughter is on that softball team or whatever. That's my daughter's coach. So the internet is a really, really powerful place.
Yeah, and I thought it was, good to note that we hear this a lot, that, the predator catching groups could ruin a case that's ongoing with the predators. So if they're looking at someone, that they have their eyes on, the police do, and then a group catches them, it could kind of mess it up. Well, this guy was being investigated earlier last year, and the catch happened, and then
this was like the cherry on top. This is what literally put him in the coffin.
Yeah, so they got more charges added to this guy, and if he is convicted, I guess they found like a whole bunch of CP on all of his devices.
Wow.
And they saw this guy was performing a sex act with the girl that they were investigating that was a part of this sex trafficking thing.
No.
So yeah, this was a really, really sick guy. And yeah, so now if he's convicted, he faces life in prison.
Whoa.
So that's a pretty big thing I just wanted to kind of bring to light.
That's huge. And again, a lot of these Facebook groups, nobody in this YouTube world knows about. So go support them. Yeah. And I did believe when he called in on Sunday, I believe that he said that he is going to be creating a YouTube channel.
Yes.
But he just moved, so he's just getting kind of acclimated. But we'll definitely keep you guys updated and share that when it does drop.
Definitely. And yeah, it's Panda Patrol Carolinas on Facebook. The next thing we got is an update from PPMASS. This is I guess is a state rep that PPMASS had caught. And I asked Jay, where I can find the original video, because I was scrolling through and he has so many videos, and he said it was actually removed from YouTube, as they usually are sometimes,
The PREDS always search your name or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, and this guy, being kind of a political figure, is a former Democrat candidate for Massachusetts state rep, was caught on camera by a group of pedophile hunters attempting to meet a 14-year-old boy for sex. And I wanted to play this clip really quick so you guys could see.
Get a little background story.
Yeah.
Yeah, should have known this was gonna happen.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. God damn it. You made the wrong decision. You made the wrong, and now you want to run. I'm gonna get your plates. You want to run from this now.
So that was the catch, and like I said, it was removed, but I did find it posted on this this Facebook group for the town, New Bedford, and they're like kind of like a news kind of channel or whatnot, but they have like 30,000 followers on there, and we were tipped off by a viewer, a really good supporter, that there's an article posted by Turtle Boy.
Yeah, so basically this website is pretty much like a forum for things that the normal news doesn't want to put in their news. So they did two different articles. They did the initial article, which is found here, where they basically show all the chat logs. They pretty much give PPMASS like a huge props, and they go into detail. So this guy actually was like a youth church leader. He pretended to be Santa Claus, and there's like photos. If you scroll down, you can see, like, I believe this is the one. So basically this guy just like followed up and did a recap of the entire thing.
And I want to say that this guy, Turtle Boy, he does a lot of like deep research on his stories. And I mean, this isn't some website that you've probably heard before, but he has some really interesting and good kind of articles.
Yeah, and he lays out all the facts. So upon further like investigation of this guy, he actually found that a couple of years ago, this same guy also, for like some children cancer awareness foundation, he pretended to be Batman to go like raise money. There's a bunch of photos of like little girls on his lap and
just weird
yada,
stuff.
yada, yada. Well, you guys are probably all thinking, okay, well, this is a year old, so like, why are you wasting our time with this information? Well, about 3 weeks ago, this same website updated us. Well, not updated us, but updated the website and said, let's see. So Matthew did what any normal pedophile would do. He legally changed his last name from Throwbridge to Kelly, moved from Massachusetts to Rhode Island, and then landed yet another job working with elderly, where he was last heard booking as a drag queen, like I guess at some senior citizens thing. But the point is that this guy literally changed his first and last name, ran away to a different state, and is now pretty much living a free life.
Yeah, it's like he changed his name and it's a whole new guy.
Right.
No one knows anything of his past. And I thought it'd be good to kind of put that out there because it's not that easy, bro.
Right. This guy literally thought that he could just get all of his content removed from online and then change his name, move. I guess he dyed his hair too. And I'm going to expose him.
Yeah, so he changed his name to Matt Kelly.
And he works at a senior home.
Right.
And I guess, like I said, he dresses up as drag queens, like, for the senior home. I think it's awful that he's not locked up. And how the hell did he change his name?
Right. Honestly, that should be a law. If you're, like, convicted of a crime like this, you do not have the right to change your name.
Right.
Because people need to know.
Well, and the sad thing is that this senior home probably has zero idea that he's a pedophile in another state. So
right.
I almost want to send him an email.
Yeah, so we just wanted to kind of put that out there. So thank you, Turtle Boy, for doing the research on this story.
And thank you, PPMASS, for exposing this guy.
Yes, and he did say he might actually potentially re-upload this catch, so we will let you guys know if he does. The next thing we got, this is the graphic kind of thing here that we wanted to warn you guys. So
somebody on our Discord shared this with us, and honestly, I think that this is something that we all kind of want to see. And I asked everyone in our Discord, do you think this is too graphic? And they said no. Warning, the guy does not die, but he definitely gets effed up. It is on live leak, so if you have kids in the room, push them away.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and play this little clip. And you guys, there's no introduction needed.
He came to meet a 13-year-old.
What do we stop him? Get him! Get him, Zach! Get him, Zach! Get him, Ghost! Get him! Get him, Ghost! Fucking tell him, boy! Good boy, Ghost! Good boy! Huh? That's not enough. No. Get his face, Ghost! Ghost, get him! Get him! Get him! Get him!
So what do you guys think? Do you think that he got what he deserved? So I guess that this guy was coming to meet up with a 13-year-old, and instead he was met by two dogs.
Two mastiffs.
Two mastiffs. And I mean, I think he deserved it. I'm honestly sad that this type of punishment isn't legal in America, you know, but I guess it is if you don't film it. But anyways, we want to show you guys because I know a lot of the times we want to see this kind of thing happen, but our catchers obviously won't put their hands on them. So we wanted to give you guys a little relief.
The dogs had a little bite at him.
Good doggies.
Good pup. And that pretty much wraps it up for all of our community news. I do want to say, I will say it later. We'll go into this. Yeah, so the first thing we got here, and this is becoming more and more of a thing that I'm seeing, is that a lot of information on how to keep your kids safe online. It's almost like you know, the communities, the catching groups are doing a really good service for the public, because a lot of people are now putting, you know, their eyes on this serious problem. So this was an article from Las Vegas, Cyber Safe Parent, Keeping Your Child Safe from Predators. And I'll play a little clip.
Thousands working behind the scenes 24/7. Their goal, to help keep your kids safe from predators.
A cyber-safe parent inquired about how exactly local law enforcement keeps our children safe from predators. Children Task Force.
Okay,
All right, well,
that's, I guess, that. Anyways, there's definitely resources to keep your kids safe.
Basically, it's a little thing about ICAC.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just...
Because, I mean, let's be real. Your average parent doesn't know really anything about ICAC or who ICAC is.
Mm-hmm. So they're trying to get their word out more and more. And I just think that it's crucial that if you are a catcher, try to reach out to your local ICAC kind of representative. Each state and each town has like an
their
agent
own representative, right?
in the city that you can speak to. And I think that it'd be good to get in contact with them and build a relationship with them, because I've seen it in the past where the ICAC officer will tell the responding officers that they want evidence for this case. A lot of the times your beat cop that shows up to do the arrest or to see what, you know, the catcher's doing, they don't really know what's going on behind the scenes with ICAC. And
well, and nothing looks better when the catcher also says, and like we saw it the other week with a catcher, where they kind of fact check the cop and said, no, ICAC wants this, this, and this. So I think it makes you look super knowledgeable if you're like, no, my boy at ICAC says otherwise.
Yeah, and if you name drop the ICAC officer, that would probably be good.
Moving on.
The next story we got here, Northside predator used Snapchat to find female child victims.
Oh, yeah, this is a sad one.
Yeah, Northside predator Isaiah Castillo, 21, was arrested for indecency with a child by sexual contact after police found evidence of him molesting multiple children. While he was in the Tom Green County Jail, Castillo identified to deputies several minor girls he had targeted to have sex with via Snapchat. Castillo told the deputies how he lured one of them from Snapchat, a 13-year-old girl, to have sex with him at a park. After learning the information of the assault, the deputies went to speak with the parents of the 13-year-old victim. The mother told deputies that the daughter said that the male, only identified by a Snapchat name, had sexually assaulted her. The daughter was then interviewed on October 14th. She told deputies that she only knew him through Snapchat and that she had met him in person only once. On that occasion, she was given a ride by Castillo to the elementary school, where he proceeded to sexually assault her in his car. Castillo was then arrested again for aggravated sexual assault of a child on October 15th. His bond was set for $100,000 and he was released the following day. Then, for the third time,
oh my God,
Castillo was booked on an additional charges into the Tom Green detention facility for aggravated sexual assault of a child on October 16th. So
like we always say, why are these guys not getting locked up and let out? They need to be locked up and stay in.
Yeah, at least put them in there until they can figure out if there's any more victims, maybe.
Right. And Snapchat is just such a a toxic app. I mean, unless you're like single and in your 20s, I guess. But one, all the messages disappear. So yeah, I mean, if you get a warrant, I'm sure you can work with Snapchat. I don't know. It's definitely a long process.
Yeah, well, we're seeing a lot more of the decoys and the teams using Snapchat, you know, and it seems like there are a lot of creeps on there.
There are.
And then our next story is we talked to you guys about this sexually violent predator who was being placed in a town or in a neighborhood in San Diego, and the neighborhood said no.
Yep.
We have an update on that. And basically with this, they put out a proposal and they directed the Chief Administrative Officer, Helen Robbins, to develop a communication plan so county staff have a transparent notification process for and receive public feedback on any proposed placements of sexually violent predators.
Nice.
So I just wanted to give that update because that was kind of brought to you by the community.
Yeah. People
They
that
said no.
literally were just volunteering, that lived in the community, that were like, no, we're not going to have a pedophile living in the house that our children run and play in front of.
Yeah.
And they made it literally to where pedophiles cannot live in that county, which is just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I think they can maybe live there, but they have to go through a lot more checks and balances and get feedback from the public.
Okay, got it.
Because, you know, that's what it's for. I think it's good. And on that same note, we actually saw Florida. They put this out, and we kind of touched on this before with how Florida has the Sunshine State law where it's like everything's
Super
really transparent.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they have the Florida Sexual Predator Act. And in this act, it kind of outlines a lot of things that they need to do when they are released, right? And with that, it says within 48 hours after receiving notification of the presence of a sexual predator, the sheriff of the county or the chief of police of the municipality where the sexual predator temporarily or permanently resides shall notify each licensed child care facility, elementary school, middle school, and high school within a 1 mile radius of the temporary or permanent residence of the sexual predator of the presence of a sexual predator.
So basically you're just going around and like alarming the masses when a predator comes nearby, which is so incredible.
Yeah, it says information provided to members of the community and the public regarding a sexual predator must include, and it pretty much says like their date, you know, the date of their birth.
I'm sorry, but have you guys ever gotten like on Megan's Law, or I don't know what app it is, but there's an app that you can download. You put in your address and then it basically shows you like with red dots all the pedophiles that live around you.
Mm-hmm.
It's freaking scary. It is absolutely scary how many of these pedophiles are like swarming us. They remind me of roaches that like it's just infested.
Yeah, so I thought it was really cool that Florida does this because it was actually published on a news website to let the county know and the town know that this guy's moving in, and it puts their address on the article.
Right. Yeah.
So it says, hey, stay away from this house.
And a predator, they want to like really remain low. So I bet that this really drives them away from moving into this town because they're like, okay, I don't want my face plastered everywhere and every single place and notified about me moving here. So they probably go somewhere that's not as strict.
Yeah.
So I love it.
The next story we got here is a sick guy here. Amazon driver charged with child porn after allegedly wearing wig, taking pictures in a bathroom.
Wow.
And I'll play this.
After Wrentham police say that he took pictures of women and girls in a public bathroom. As WBZ's Julie McDonald reports, his arrest follows an investigation that started this summer.
This investigation spanned 8 weeks. Police arrested Jacob Guerrero's crimes at the outlets. What was far more disturbing.
It was a mother and daughter reported that there was a person acting strange, man dressed as a woman, wearing a wig.
When Wrentham police responded to the outlets in August, where women reported a man behaving suspiciously in a ladies' room, an investigation began that would uncover far more sinister evidence. That witness photo showed what appeared to be pen cameras, recording devices laced into the man's sneakers. He was gone.
Like what?
Soon led investigators to 20.
So basically, this dude was saying that and we covered a story that was very similar to this.
I was just
we talked about this where he was saying or claiming he was trans and he was using the women's bathroom, but he was actually going in there and on his breaks from delivering, your packages. and taking pictures of little girls.
It's really, really crappy because maybe someone that identifies as someone, you know, that was born a guy and literally transitioned into a woman and is like totally real about it. There's people like this that are just making it be like, ugh, I don't know. It's really bad.
It's bad. So this guy is a sick dude. Anyways, he's supposed to be out there delivering your fucking Amazon.
Really quick, I never ever check the chat when we're going. I do see your boy JDQ in chat. What's up, Alex? He said, I love getting arrests in Alabama. So shout out, great job.
Hey,
Let's
okay.
give him a round of applause.
That was an interesting one.
Thank you, Alex, for coming on our chat and updating us. Breaking news.
Breaking news, everybody.
Great job.
Will that be available for members or for everyone soon?
It's not members, it's members.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Get it right.
Hopefully we can. I want to see that from start to finish.
Okay, carrying on. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, the next thing we got here. This is a crazy story, you guys, and I can already see this being a Netflix like docu-series at some point. But this guy here from South Australia, sex predator targeted poor families to abuse their own children in shows he would watch online. And you're like, what? A retired South Australian public servant targeted vulnerable parents in Southeast Asia, convincing them to abuse their own children online.
Whoa.
He would pay poor families in the Philippines as little as $30 to carry out the acts which he watched live online. He used social media apps like Skype and WhatsApp to connect with the families. He paid money to watch a child or children engaged in sexual activity in real time over the internet. And then
this is just so sick. You're taking advantage of some poor people. I don't care if I'm like literally on my last dollar. If I had kids, you could never sway me into that. Yeah. I damn near feel like it's really not an excuse, and those parents need to be arrested.
Yeah, well, it said that he called the acts shows, and if the facilitator or parent of the child didn't meet his request, he'd threaten them and say, "You have tricked me for the last time. You made a promise, and your daughter would do everything, and again you failed. You'll starve now."
Oh my God.
Yes.
So did he get arrested? He got arrested, right?
Yeah, he was arrested for sure, and his lawyer said that at work he was like the go-to man, but in his private life he was living in a fantasy world. He was lonely, insecure, and craving social contact.
Wow.
Which is just a pathetic excuse.
That's sick. And you know what? Those poor kids, they're going to grow up and resent their parents.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough situation because the family is probably like, well, we don't have any food, you know? It's like, it's just the worst situation.
Right.
The next story we got here, this was pretty interesting. This is almost like a smear campaign against Dads Against Predators that I came across.
What?
Yeah, this whole article. It says these YouTubers say that they hunt pedophiles. Their targets keep winding up dead. Dads Against Predators claims to be keeping communities safe, but is there at cost? It says that Dads Against Predators has become one of the darkest holes of the internet, likely responsible for 3 suicides in just a year and a half. Now, we've already covered the correlation between suicide and, you know, being exposed.
It pisses me off so much that any of these catchers get shit, sorry for cussing, get shit for these guys committing suicide. That literally makes me livid, because if it wasn't this catcher, it would be another catcher or a cop or whatever.
Yeah.
So the fact that this is happening, it makes me sick. It's complete bullshit, and
yeah, so
pisses me off.
It says this is Dr. Fred Berlin, the professor of psychiatric and behavioral sciences and director of sex and gender clinic at the Johns Hopkins University. He's quoted in saying, "The approach taken by DAP and other vigilante groups is dehumanizing."
Dehumanizing?
Yeah, it's talking about them
like
they are not human beings.
Hold up. So I know who created this website. I'm sure that it was a freaking pedophile, because I don't know who in their right mind would say this.
So yeah, I mean, the it's an interesting article. The article says, what started as a mimicry of Chris Hansen's style to evolve into a machine much faster and perhaps far deadlier than To Catch a Predator ever was. In the shadow of multiple suicides allegedly connected to DAP and other similar groups, supporting for the community continues to grow. With DAP Inc. viewers commenting, "Y'all killed someone, love it, and keep up the good work." In just a year and a half, Dads Against Predators has been connected to more alleged suicides than seen on To Catch a Predator's 4-year run, and the group shows no signs of stopping. The group's newest edition, The Wall of Shame, can be found on their website. The recently launched forum pins the photos, first names, and locations of alleged online predators destined to become a breeding ground for continued online harassment and doxing, further damaging the legitimate investigations. With a virtual content base too vast to be effectively regulated, the internet has become the wild, wild west, with Mundy and Carnicom playing sheriff. And as of last month, they are charging top dollar to do so. In June, the group launched a Patreon channel featuring unedited versions of their fan favorite hits and at least 3 paywall protected videos of Mundy and Camercon physically assaulting catches. In the video posted to DAP community Facebook page, Mundy explains to his 21,000 fans the reason it's not $5 or $15 is because of how much we are risking doing that. Yeah, you could look up the free fights on YouTube, but you could also look up the predator getting caught, getting beat up. I don't think so. Your favorite predator catchers have not done this and are not doing this. Your favorite predator catchers run when the confrontation happens. And then it goes to finish. It says, behind the protection of a paywall, online predator hunters are ushering in a new era of vigilantism that says, want to catch a predator? Hire a hitman.
Okay, so there are so many different layers to this.
Yeah.
First off, again, I never... The other month when one of our catchers in the community had somebody literally kill themselves, and we all heard it as viewers, we all hopped in a Discord chat and we were all really shaken up. I guarantee you, I mean, I'm sure that there are some people that enjoy that kind of content, but I guarantee you all of the good people in this community, the last thing they want the predator to go do is to harm themselves. We want to see justice be served. We want to see them put away. We want them to think about their actions, be exposed. That's all that is. As far as this whole money wall and everything, I do remember DAP saying, you know, I would put it up on my channel, but one, my channel would be deleted in a heartbeat, which he's already had a lot of issues with that. And two, he said that the reason that it's so expensive, and I'm not defending this at all, but he said the reason it's so expensive is because the lawyers come after him and want to sue him. So the least amount of people that have access to seeing that, you know, the better. I don't think there should be any physical harm. I really don't. It's a tough one. It's a really tough one.
Yeah, and I looked up the Dr. Fred Berlin, who made the statement. He said that there's no obvious reason why money should be spent directed towards learning more about pedophilia. It probably is harder to do research to get the funding to do research because there's not this sense that it's deserving of research. He continues, if I had to say there's one big thing holding back more research, more availability in clinical health and so on, often people don't have the sense and that these are deserving human beings.
Right. Well, that's what we always say when a lot of us in the comments will say, instead of getting thrown in prison where they don't really get any repercussion other than maybe getting like raped in there or something, they say they need to be put in counseling. I don't think they should be free, but they need to be put in prison and get like therapeutic help. But I don't know. It's a really fine line. Basically, all the catchers have memberships, and it's really to stay afloat. It's not to see, you know, these pedophiles they have to travel all over the place. They do have to go to court sometimes. Maybe they need a lawyer.
Right.
And just like all of them, they don't have jobs because this is literally a full-time job. If you're not at a catch, you're decoying, you're going to
Right.
court.
So yeah, I mean, there's
So
a
it's
lot.
a rough one. It's
There's
a rough
lot
one.
to it, and I don't agree with this article whatsoever. I've
There-
never even heard of Mike.com, but this was just published yesterday, and it goes on to talk about all these, a lot of different catchers. It even brings up the KTS situation that we spoke on, and then it talks about like Pop Squad. I mean, it talks about a whole bunch of different things in the community. I just thought it was interesting, an interesting take.
It is.
On the situation.
It is.
Don't agree with it whatsoever.
Yeah, I will say I love DAP. I really don't like the, when there's fighting and all of that, but I think he knows that. And at the end of the day, it's like when people say what we should put on our channel, what's allowed, what's not allowed. This is our channel. Right. So that's his channel, and he knows that he has the chance of getting it removed. If it gets removed, that's on him. So, you know?
And then the article that I found linked to the doctor, it's called The Professor of Horrible Deeds. Fred Berlin has done decades of pioneering research on pedophilia and outraged a lot of people along the way, I guess, with his beliefs.
Maybe he's jealous because he spent like so many years like researching these pedophiles, and then he sees all of these catchers that are maybe 5 years into the game at the most, like getting more recognition than him.
I mean, he has a whole like section at the Johns Hopkins University for him.
Okay. Well, he should go on a ride along with one of the catchers. He should go on a ride along and see from start to finish, from the decoying all the way up to court, what the kind of work goes into it.
On that, he was asked why he'd want to spend the rest of his life studying and helping people who are attracted to children. He said to him, the answer is easy. I don't think the general public today has the sense that if a person is sexually attracted to children, and certainly if they've acted on it, that there's no chance of them to be a decent person struggling, deserving of help. I believe that's the case. I believe that in time society will see it that way.
Yeah, that's a really common topic, is if it's a mental illness or if it's just a guilty pleasure. Either way, I want them out of this community. I want them out of this world, and they need to be locked up. Done.
The next thing we got here is
oh yeah, so this one, wait, go to it. Okay, guys, so I'm going to give you a little bit of background. So somebody actually reached out to us, another YouTuber, and we've actually talked about his channel before.
Tachent Voces.
Tachent Voces, which is Latin for...
silent voices.
Thank you. Anyways, he told us to look up this guy, so we did a little research yesterday. This is actually... Tachent Voices YouTube video. I'm starting you guys in the middle. Basically, this guy is talking about how he is on R. Kelly's side, and he has an attraction to young women. And up until this point, he's talking about how he basically fell in love with a 17-year-old in like his 40s, and we'll just play this.
Even though she was extremely young. And you know what I kept doing? I kept fucking her. I kept fucking her because I was like, at this point, I had fucked her 15 times. And it was just like, the crime was done. So I just kept fucking her from she was 17 to 22. And R. Kelly and I are similar, but we're very different. Because I have safeguards. I know when I'm getting out of control.
Okay, so I want you guys to go watch this video, but I was like, who is this guy, right? So we did a little research, and we found out that he was actually on To Catch a Predator. So play a minute of this, and then we're going to go into even more background about who this guy is.
Okay. Just hang up and get your car for a second.
Looking all around, hella sus.
He notices the camera.
Would you have a seat right on that stool for me, please? How are you? All right. Yes, sir. What's happening?
Okay, so you guys get the gist. So basically, I watched both Tachent Voices. Sorry, I'm butchering that. I promise I'll get it.
Voices.
Tachent Voices. I want you guys to go watch the full thing because he adds like details in there and just words and everything that really kind of makes this all make sense. But anyways, so I looked this guy up, right? And I was thinking, where does this guy work? What does he do? Well, guess what, guys? He's a freaking YouTuber with 104,000 followers. Okay? I don't know about you guys, but that really pisses me off. So I went through his YouTube, and his whole YouTube is about how to be successful, motivational. And he literally came out with the video that I showed you guys at first about maybe a couple weeks ago. But he literally admits and says in the video that there's nothing more sexy than having a girl that has never been with anyone. He says you feel like some kind of man, and there's nothing like fresh meat, and there's nothing wrong with it. So I went through this guy's comments, and there's not one thing about him being a pedophile. And he still says to this day that he's into like 17, 8-year-olds, and he says in the state that he lives in, 17 or 16 maybe is the legal age. But he says once they get to about 22, he moves on to another young girl. I am just so confused how this guy has a YouTube channel, and I really just want to hear your guys' opinions about it. We go back through and read all the comments. So
yeah, tell us what you guys think about this story.
Tell us what you guys think, and please go subscribe to Tachent Voices.
Tachent Voices.
Not
this guy. Do not sub
to this guy. But you know, it worries me because he's a motivational speaker, and I don't think anybody, because that To Catch a Predator is like 10 years old maybe.
Right.
I don't think anyone knows, but he's very vocal on his page about liking young people and supporting R. Kelly and blah, blah, blah.
Just super weird.
Super weird.
Shouldn't have this platform, honestly.
No.
And that pretty much wraps it up for all of our national news. Let's get into what videos dropped in the last 48 hours.
The last 48. I remember on our last episode, I said, I wonder what's going to happen in the next 48.
Well, here it is.
Well, here it is, guys.
The first video we got is coming from 925 PredCatch, and it's good to see him back. He's kind of taking a break, but he got George here that comes to meet a 16-year-old crazy catch.
What you here for, George?
You know, the app.
Okay, you came to meet a 15-year-old.
Huh?
You came to meet a 15-year-old.
Me?
Yes, you, George. I told you I was 15?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and you said you didn't care? How old are you, George?
I think I'm older.
You're older?
I don't know.
You're a grown man, right?
A little bit.
Okay, so this guy's clearly on the spectrum, right?
Yeah, something's up.
He's yikes, but
big yikes.
Yeah, 925 did an incredible job. If you guys are not subscribed, he did take a little break. We actually were just talking about him on our Sunday episode, so he's back in the game. Everyone go subscribe. He's incredible.
Yeah, he's at 845 subscribers. Let's get this guy to 1,000.
At least.
There's 147 in here right now. If we can get all of you guys to sub, he'd pretty much hit us 1,000.
And you guys, we are still getting to my gold mine, the new catcher that I found. So
coming.
Wait for that.
The next thing we got here is coming from PCM. This is a live catch that happened on the 18th, and this guy was caught twice. This time he was coming for 2 decoys, 13 and 14.
You already know where we are. Why don't you
I
step
don't
over
even
here?
have to explain. That's the only reason I came.
Step over here. Actually, let's go back here.
And that's the only reason I showed up is because I knew what this was.
Well, listen.
What is
Don,
it?
Let me tell you. You can leave, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You can leave.
Ooh.
But I'd rather have a conversation with you because this is the second time I've come across
You
you,
look
and
bugged
I want to
out.
know what the hell is going on.
I only showed up here because I knew what this was.
Either we can stand right here.
That's literally
Oh
the
my
worst
God.
excuse I've heard ever.
He knew what this was, and he's getting caught for the second time.
Insane.
He's just like so methed up that I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
think that I think he does realize I'm not going to make excuses for him, but I'm telling you, Shonda is becoming like one of my new favorite catchers in the game.
She's good. Go check that one out. It's a longer one, 100. It's an hour and 28 minutes, but it's worth every minute of that watch. The next one we got here is Juan coming to meet a 13-year-old, and this was from Arizona Predator Prevention, and I think we might have talked about this, but we wanted to kind of double back on it because it premiered, and we liked their take.
You guys, I am obsessed with how she executed this catch. I want you guys to listen. I think it's awesome.
You're going to be safe with her, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you tell her to text you guys?
Yes, because listen, you know how old she is, right?
Yeah.
Tell me, how old is she?
13.
Okay, so I'm fine. I'm her auntie. I don't care, right? But I gotta know you're gonna be safe with her. I got to. I'm her auntie.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not mommy. I'm not daddy. I just gotta make sure I'm covering her for all the right reasons, right? Where are the condoms?
Yeah.
I want to make sure you're not gonna get her pregnant. Come on. I want to make sure you're not gonna get her pregnant. She's 13. She's too young to get pregnant. You know?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think she about exploded before she went to the
So you guys, I think that this is like such a neat way to do this. She basically pretended like she had her niece in the bathroom, and like maybe she was just some like super white trash woman that would let her 13-year-old
Not even
niece
white trash, but
meet.
just like open, like, you know.
I don't know.
Open to whatever.
Yeah.
Just
I
not
don't-
care.
But she pretty much had this predator like completely admit to everything. I'm here to do this. The last time I was with a 15-year-old, and she just seemed like, oh yeah, no, it's no problem. Like, do what you got to do.
Right.
And he admitted to everything.
Yeah, I thought that was really like cool and different,
It's
you know?
so different, and it's a great way to get all the information out of the guy, you know?
Yeah.
So definitely go subscribe to them.
Go subscribe. Arizona Predator Prevention. They are bigger on Facebook. This is one of those groups that's bigger on Facebook, but they are building a presence on YouTube. So if we can all go show some love, subscribe, and show up to their next premiere or live.
And it's 2 women, which I also love. I love seeing women in the game.
Amy and Sabrina. So shout out to you guys. The next one we got here is a re-upload from Gordon Flowers' channel. This was 69-year-old former NIH official comes to meet an 8-year-old.
Oh my God.
An 8-year-old.
This is bad.
Said, I actually haven't brushed my teeth in 20 years. What? My wife doesn't let me have a toothbrush because she thinks I'd use it as a butt plug.
What?
I didn't say that. You did? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, and then you said, do you want to touch your pussy now?
Oh. My
this guy's
God.
a sick.
It kind of makes me speechless.
Right.
It's like crazy because you should never judge someone off the looks, but this looks like maybe like your old retired grandpa or something like that. And just to know that he's talking to an 8-year-old.
An 8-year-old.
An 8-year-old can't even text. So that's where these guys, I was talking to someone the other day and I was like, these guys have so many escape routes from like little Easter eggs that may be dropped or a 4-year-old texting them. Like how dumb are you? Like you're basically begging to be caught. So go watch this full thing. It is older, but definitely worth a watch.
Yeah. The next one we got here is coming from Alex as well on the Your Boy JDQ channel. This was, a couple weeks ago, I think?
Yeah, this is about 2 weeks ago. This is a crazy one.
This is the one where he had him take him back into the woods.
Yeah, and I was going to play a later part of the video, but the service is so bad that it gets a little
For any
choppy.
of this, we have your nice printouts right here. You are Randall. This is your Instagram account? Okay. So, before anything, I do want to ask, when did this whole attraction to underage kids start?
I don't know if it's, it's probably not.
So it was pretty loud in the parking lot, so that's why I think they took him somewhere quieter, and it was just, that's when it turned into like really grainy footage. But they did upload the good footage, so you guys can see it more clear. See that arrest.
Yes.
Oh, oops! I didn't mean to spoil it.
Spoiler.
But go check that one out. It's available for everyone on Your Boy JDQ. The next one we got here, this one's coming from PCI. This was today. This was really, really good.
This is like the
good
sister
catch.
video of the decoy call that we all heard.
Possibly. I haven't had sex in a long time. June, I think, was the last time I met this 30-year-old Nelly up in Kalamazoo.
I don't think you're addicted to sex. I think you were just really attracted to this younger girl. And you were very pushy for nudes.
I was.
Why the nudes?
I don't
You know cops don't fuck around with no nudes like that.
I know.
You get a nude from a 14-year-old, you definitely are going to jail.
Yeah.
You definitely are going to prison.
I'm glad.
Yeah, you're glad the 14-year-old didn't send you the
Do
nudes.
you deserve to go to jail right now?
Probably.
Huh?
Yeah, so he does deserve to go to jail, I'll say that. But they did an incredible job kind of interviewing this guy. It's like I love when the pred just like opens up and just says everything that we all want to know. And he did just that.
Yeah. And again, Shonda's always like wowed me with her decoy work, and she does show up, you know, to do all of the catches. But she is really kind of becoming the star of the show, in my opinion. She's doing a lot of the kind of interrogation, and then Eric will step in when the guy kind of gets out of line. But together they all make a great team, and I am so pro Shonda.
Yeah. So shout out to both of them. I don't think he got arrested, but
He didn't. Well, they ended up saying in the video that the police in that town really do not respect what they do. They asked them that they do not really do these type of things anymore, and they let the pred go, but they're doing a report. So definitely keep putting in those reports.
And the next one's coming from PvP. This is People v. PREDS. This was number 61. Play that.
Put some clothes on.
Naked.
You got clothes on? Okay.
He put his clothes on for the arrest.
Is there else in there?
No. Go ahead and clear it.
This is so awesome.
Let's go over here.
It's definitely a good site. However, the outcome was a little different than what's being shown here. I don't want to give it away. But PvP said that they did seize some devices, so that's always good.
I just want to say PvP is almost to 1,000 subscribers. I think he's a little shy. So definitely go support him. I will say, out of a lot of the catchers, he is doing multiple catches a day. And I am really, really proud to see that he is starting to get a lot of law enforcement interactions.
Yeah, definitely.
So with any channel, it evolves over time. He's always been great, but I'm really, really seeing the bar rise and rise and rise. So great job.
I will say that if you're a night owl, he does a lot of his catches late at night.
I
or
get
early
like notifications at like 4 a.m.
Yeah. So he's always out looking and getting and fishing. The next one's also from him too. This was number 62.
We got cops following me, guys. I'm probably gonna have to leave. I'm just walking in a public place.
That's true.
This guy wanted nothing to do with him.
We got PD.
Yeah, so the cops didn't arrest this guy. The confrontation was really good, though, and it was funny because someone had posted in our Discord a picture of this guy on a bus bench, and there was a red Solo cup next to him.
No.
And I was joking.
You were there at the catch?
Yeah, I was reporting live on the scene.
Okay.
So, yeah, go show some love to PvP. Go shoot him a subscribe. He's always doing crazy catches.
Absolutely.
The next thing we got here is coming from STEPH. This was a live call with the Israeli pred. Crazy.
Yeah, no, it's definitely good. She's also been doing some chat log reviews. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely go check that out as well.
Yeah, she dropped like 3 videos in the last couple of days. So the next one we got here is a premiere coming from PPMASS.
Yes, I am looking forward to this, you guys.
This is going to be in 13 hours, so 9 o'clock Pacific. Just do the math for wherever you're at.
Just go hit set the reminder. Yep.
Yeah, we'll be there early.
Oh, nice and early.
And that pretty much wraps up for the videos that came out. We do have some new channels that we want to show some love to. The first one here, and this is new to me, NC Pred Catchers. He doesn't have any recent videos, but if you aren't subscribed, go shoot him a follow so we can see if he gets any new videos. Maybe go show him some love in the comments. Tell him that we want some new catches.
Yes.
The next channel that we saw here is Predator Pursuers, and I didn't know about this channel. Someone shared this with me. He has 4,500 subscribers, so he's not new in the game, but he's new to me. And like I said, I just wanted to show him some love because I haven't really seen anything from him recently. It's the last one he has is 3 months old, so maybe also go shoot him a follow. And then the next one we have here is...
so you guys, this is my little gold mine.
This is the gold mine.
This is my gold mine. So today I was looking through, I just type in predator catchers, and that's how I find all my new ones. I just search by the most relevant, and I saw this one that was uploaded yesterday. And everything, when I find a good catcher, I go for the editing, the camera, you know, quality, how they interview them, and if they call the cops. And let me tell you what, this guy does all of it. Will you play a clip? So it was such an, I can't even believe that it's his first catch with how incredible the interview was. And I was so happy to see that he called the police.
Play this.
570 predator catchers. How you doing, sir? Not much. This guy came here to meet a 15-year-old and a 16-year-old boy.
Oh, yeah. Then I'll talk to you.
Thanks, man. I'll stay over here.
No, you got
So yeah, the editing is just subpar, or not. It's not
Wait, I
subpar.
was
It's
like,
above the
what?
par.
Yes.
Yeah, and yeah, everything about this channel is really good. He only has 58 subscribers, and he just started his account like
he
10 days
created
ago.
his account literally like 5 days ago or something. So I'll definitely be watching to see if he stays consistent, because that's what we all want. But I thought it was awesome. Definitely wanted to get you guys on the bandwagon because I really enjoyed this catch. So if he has more like this, then I know that I'll definitely be a subscriber. And with that...
Well, we have one last one that I was going to talk about too. This is Savage Pedo Catcher. And I was watching this one here. This is a newer channel, 159 subs. Let's go show him some love. It's the last video he dropped was like a chat log. The guy blocked him, so he still did an exposure.
Okay.
But yeah, I really liked his approach on this. It was a little sketchy. He went inside the guy's house, which I was like, ooh, that's kind of a, not always a good thing, but it worked out.
But you know what we say? We say when they first start out, they're going to make mistakes and they're going to evolve.
Yeah,
so
100%.
Those things happen. And honestly, if I was doing a catch, I would be probably shitting my pants and making mistakes as well. So
yeah, definitely go show all of these channels some love. I'm going to link Savage Ped Catcher down below in the chat so you guys can go do that.
I also love seeing like all the new names that they come up with. So definitely go subscribe to all those people. And again, we do support everybody in the community. Let's keep the drama limited. We want unity, and that's what we stand for. So keep the drama at bay. We appreciate everyone coming in here and hanging out with us today. We will see you Friday. Is today Wednesday? Yeah, we will see you Friday. And to the winners, I will get you your money here within the next 30 minutes. So
yeah,
congrats.
if you won, just maybe shoot us a message. We know Hills.
We know both of you,
but
so I'll reach out.
Yeah, we'll get that over to you guys. Until next time, thank you for hanging out.
It was a blast.
And we will see you guys Friday.
Drop the purple hearts.
See you guys.
Bye.
Peace.